What's up, I'm Coach RT3 from the Upgrade Guys, and today we're going to talk about hip internal rotation. Internal rotation is one of the fundamental movements of the hip joint, so the hip needs to be able to rotate. So in order for us to attack that, what we want to do is find various setups where we can target our tissues in internal rotation. One setup that I like is in a quadruped. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the quadruped to get myself into some degree of hip flexion as well as target the tissues in internal rotation. So I'm going to use this block just to give me feedback between the knees so that my knees don't do any sort of movement. And I'm going to get into quadruped position. I'm going to start. Now I'm going to find, what you can do first is you can find how much internal rotation you actually have from this position, so you can actually move your leg out. So you can act like this bone here is on the rotisserie, and we're going to rotate into internal rotation just to see how much active range of motion you actually have there in the hips for internal rotation. Once you've done that, you want to take yourself about 15 to 20 degrees outside of your range in order to put that tissue of the capsule on stretch. And you can play around here with the pelvis to see, like, do you feel any sort of tension? Can you find any other lines of tension that you might want to work, or specific lines of tension that you might want to work in internal rotation? So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set up here, this position here. Good. I'm about 20 degrees outside of where my range would be. And I'm just going to rest in this position first. Hands are down into the ground, so I'm kind of anchoring myself there. And then I'm going to just play around with the pelvis just a little bit. So bringing the tag on the back of my shirt to the back of my, or a tag on the back of my pants to the back of my shirt. Scoop it under, bring the belt buckle to my face. Just notice what I'm feeling there and see if I can find a line of tension, and we can shift our hips around just a little bit. And once you find a little line of tension that you want to work at, what I suggest you do is you hold that position, whatever that position is, and then we want to breathe into that. So we'll 4 count in, 8 count out. And then after a couple of minutes of holding that stretch, what I want you to do is slowly start to externally rotate. Now, external rotation, we're going to take this bone and rotate this way so that our ankle, or this part of our leg, gets heavier against the kettlebell. So we're trying to close that space between our hand and the kettlebell. Sniff some air into the abdomen, create force there. You're going to ramp up to your greatest, safest effort over the course of about 10 to 15 seconds. And then in 3, 2, 1, you're going to rotate the other way, trying to make the ankle light on the kettlebell. All that motion, or all that stuff, should be coming from inside the hip joint. You should be feeling the hip try to make that rotation happen. All right? So that's one of the setups that I really like for internal rotation, or targeting the hip capsule tissues in hip internal rotation. Give that a try. Let us know how it goes in the comments below. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like, share it with your friends. And if you're interested in more mobility stuff, check out our website at theupgradeguys.com.
Upgrade your shit.